Thanks for joining us. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce.
From Jason Tatum.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Well, this matchup features two teams that are elite when it comes to rebounding, Doris.
You know, there was a point at which PA felt like rebounding was almost, especially in the offensive end, de-emphasized. Now you're getting back to a point where understanding dominating the defensive backboards, it means finishing your possession defensively and offensively creating more opportunity. It's an important aspect on both ends.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Despite what is a locked Hall of Fame career, Stephen Curry has no let-up. He is chasing excellence.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
From Jason Tatum.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
Excellent job of closing out on that 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Now here's Butler. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Outside, Brown. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
For the finish! And Brown with the stuff!
Well, this is who we know Derek White is. Excellent anticipation defensively. And what does he do? He makes sure his teammate gets an opportunity.
Three-pointer. Looney grabs a miss. Right side, Butler. Back to Curry. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Tatum.
I tell you, with his rapid-fire release, defenders are forced to leave their feet when Curry rises to shoot, and that's why the pump fake serves him so well. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. There's the 3. Goes back up. The kick out to White. Off target from outside. Warriors trail by 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. And of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by Boston. A nice shot by Butler.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Pass to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 8.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
Drive by Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We spend so much time thinking about Stephen Curry's shooting ability and probably don't talk enough about how elite his handle is.
Here's White. And the layup falls.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Butler's shot is good.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
Boston leading by 3. Holiday with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 30 seconds left to play in the first. White on the wing. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Boston on offense. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
Kristaps Porzingis getting it done for Boston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
21. The Warriors, 18.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Can Mr. Curry shoot the basketball? No doubt, but he's also a very willing and capable passer.
Back to Horford. On the wing, Holiday. Misses the 3. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 3. And this is their first time matched up with the Celtics this year.
Boy, out in transition, Butler gets his eyes on the rim, and there's no denying him.
Here's Holiday. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And the basket by Hield. All eyes on this contest tonight, Doris, as these two squads duke it out for playoff positioning.
Brian, good teams know who their competition is, and when that happens, even in a regular season game, the quality of competition and the intensity gets immediately ramped up. And guess who gets to benefit from that? You and I.
And the basket by Curry.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
On the wing, Holiday. Pass to Hauser. Back to Holiday. To the right side. And here's Horford for 3. No good there. The Warriors leading. Hield from outside. Outside for Butler. Inside. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. And it's Cornette with a rebound. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
That wiry frame is stronger than you think. Buddy Hield finishing through the contest.
At the line for the Warriors.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area. And so far, the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Timeout called, the Warriors. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good. But the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments. And that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Back to Pritchard. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Boston. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Jackson Davis. And stolen by Brown. Craig, no good. The Warriors lead by 3. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Left side, Green. Jackson Davis down low. Down low. Second chance effort. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boston ball. Substitutions for the Celtics.
Here's Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
His last outing, we saw him score 22. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Outside Pajemski. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Brown looking around. Craig on the wing. Craig on the wing. The 3 is up. Hits the trifecta. Craig's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pajemski with it. Now guarded by Brown. To the middle. Here's Jackson Davis. And there's a one-hand jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Pajemski. Boston with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
The kick out to White. Craig, he's open. And it's Boston scoring again.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Here's Green. Oh, look at Draymond flexing with that finish.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
The 3 from Craig. It doesn't go for him. 1 second left. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far.
The Celtics, 37. The Warriors, 36.
And again, great to have you with us. A shout out to all the moms out there on this Mother's Day. The Warriors trailing. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. To the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Here's Kuminga. That one doesn't drop. Celtics lead by 4. White on the wing. From deep. Rebounded by Green. break for the Warriors. Here's Jackson Davis. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And here's Brown for three. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
The assist.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 13.
The defense made the mistake of allowing Kristaps Porzingis to find his rhythm. Going to be a long night if you don't pull him off.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Can't hit that one. Warriors trail by 4. Green with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. And it's Green missing. And it's the Celtics ball. White on the wing. Lets the three fly.
Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Graham, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
And the Celtics call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Boston calls time here. That Graham, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
The Celtics with the lead. Outside Tatum. Finished off by Tatum.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Wow, buddy, heel taking flight, showing he is more than just a three-point specialist.
Pass to Cornette. To the left wing. Horford outside. Horford from range.
So the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Here's Curry. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Well, Steph Curry, one of the most dynamic ball handlers in the game. He has more moves than you can count.
Here's Tatum. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Moody. Oh, here's... Oh! Get out the way, Greg! Come on. Get out the way!
Well, Stephen Curry, obviously an excellent distributor. He loves to make his teammates feel good.
Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Horford. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances. I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
It's a close game here in Boston. Here's White. Kept alive. Tatum. On the wing, Tatum. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to White. Clock at 4. Here's Pritchard. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Pritchard's got 6 points. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
White for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Boston out in front, up 1.
53.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Brown with it. The 3. Here's Porzingis. Brown in the high post. Curry with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors. And it's Butler with the jam.
Watch your head, Jimmy Butler in the house.
Pass to Hauser. Left side, Craig. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Outside Curry. Rejected by Brown.
Such a pesky defender. Jaylen Brown, right place, right time.
Pass to Butler. On the wing, Curry. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes.
The assist.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
From Drew Holiday.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Yeah, and the way Curry always finds the open man is impressive.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second personal foul.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Left side healed. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets. They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Now here's Curry. This one for 3. And no good. 6 for 9 from the field now. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Tatum can't hit. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment. He is unafraid.
The Warriors leading. Curry with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Pass to Hield. White with the steal. He's all alone. And Holiday powers it home.
Holiday ready to fight for that bucket. Big time delivery.
To the inside. Here's Hield. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. And here's Brown for three. Looney grabs a miss.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And the basket by Hield.
Buddy Hield, the opportunity to deliver in a big spot, and does just that.
Tatum with room to shoot. And it's Boston scoring again.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances. You can see it from the moment you caught the basketball. Jimmy Butler delivers again.
On the wing, Tatum. Outside Holiday. White for three. Looney grabs a miss.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Here's Curry. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Jimmy Butler loves to rise to the occasion, sticks it right in the defense's face.
One shot.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead. Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The kick out, Curry. Beyond the arc. And they'll get another chance. He takes it in. Goes up again. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. Pass to Tatum. Outside Holiday. And here's Brown for three. Warriors with the rebound.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the three.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And so the Warriors take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. But they stood tall and got